Hey guys, it's J Arius, the Aquarius, with my relatable revival, and it's been a few days. I apologize, but today I want to talk about a sort of popular topic with the New Age movement, I guess, and it's called the NPCs, and this basically translates to like non-playable character or non-player character, and I feel like there's so many videos out there about NPCs, but what is an NPC? And I just wanted to break this down a little bit, like better to like understand what was easy for me to kind of understand as well. But these are kind of like what we would call the background people in our life. These are the people that you know that it's like they're almost running on a cycle, and they're like what we can say puppets to the slave matrix still, even if they're consciously or subconsciously, aware, and a lot of people are not aware of it. Okay. Acquiring pleasure until you die. So basically do you know anyone who's living this life and all they're doing is seeking pleasure every single day, and that's how they fill their center up? And it's around us everywhere. I mean, I got all kinds of family members like that. I was in PC at one point before I woke up, right? But moving forward, and pleasure seeking can be with like foods, drugs, sex, and it could be through other people too. Energy harvesting, whether you're subconsciously or consciously aware of it, or being energy harvested off of. These people are the ones who seem superficial. These are the ones who can come off materialistic. They can seem like they lack critical thinking. There's no depth in their conversations, especially about what's going on in the world today. It's like they're puppets of the slave matrix. The system will give you a path to walk on, and if you don't claim your power back, again, you're going to be on this wheel, this hamster wheel, and you're going to be stuck to their binding energies of reincarnation. And there's just more to life than being human. There's more to life than the material realm, with what we can see with our two eyes in front of us, right? And what we can taste, feel, the tangible things. There's so much more. So are you a puppet to the game still? And there's no judgment, because in a way, I'm still kind of a slave to the matrix in some way. I have some kind of percentage still. You know what I mean? I was raised poor, I get government aid with, with a lean card and stuff. So it's really hard to actually free yourself. And it's so hard to fall back into their game. And I'll get into what I mean by the game. Like, what is the game? But it's important to remember in these times that we are sovereign creator beings. Okay? And I looked up what sovereignty means, and there's so many kind of different definitions, and it all kind of means the same thing. But one that's really in alignment with the new earth is sourced from the website Aligning with Earth. And Asurana and Per, they say sovereignty means this is a non-attached state in which ley lines of our etheric body work that has spread outside of its original form to attach to plants, animal possessions, pets, or land. What we've connected to, what we've binded ourselves with into the 3D realm, basically, is restored inward to allow increasing light to foster a higher vibration and a conversion to the crystalline structure, which the crystalline structure is the structure of the humans, of the ascended humans of Terra, which is basically what Earth is incarnating to. I mean, not incarnating to, but ascending to, sorry. But to require this state, for some, it may look like leaving the place you were raised in. Okay? For some, it may require moving away from what we know as familiar. For most, it actually will be. It's going to be looking like releasing relationships that has kept us attached. And that means like parents, friends you've known your whole life, family, cousins you've grown up with. Forgetting our dreams and our ideas we once had as kids, we can become victim to the phantom slave matrix so easily. Some of us don't even get a chance. I mean, most of us, we don't even get a chance, you know. They slap us in public school system. You know, they throw on these programs on TV, which they literally call programs. They're always playing with our subconscious, and it's time for us to understand this. And I feel like 2024, I'm getting off topic here, was such a great year for that, for us to wake up, and for the veil to be so thin, where a lot of us we're waking up, if you will, right? So you'll notice that if you don't claim your sovereign creator being, what I'm basically saying is, they're going to continue to eat off of you in the phantom slave matrix. So you're going to continue to basically in this parallel experience depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, anything like that, because these beings are feeding off of fragmented parts of yourself. Okay, in the phantom matrix. So. And you can notice that a lot of times it'll manifest in the 3D as becoming everything that you completely despised, everything you said that you would not be. You turn out to be like that. So comfort and intertwining, most humans love. So this is why, like, and I'm not judging nobody. I'm not God, but this is why a lot of people will not ascend in this ascension process, is because the Matrix have even used us against each other, people against people, you know, with slavery, all kinds of stuff. But with just even our innermost closest relationships, you know, like we go out and chase this concept of love, but love is a state of being. Love is not something you go out and chase. You know what I mean? It's a state of being, it's a feeling. But I digress. So what do I mean when I say what's the game? So what's the game? The game is basically, quote unquote, the Matrix, what they're giving us, what they're handing to us on a silver platter for our soul, right? So giving into the darkness, this looks like temptation, materialism, being pleasure seeking, like overly pleasure seeking. It's good to seek pleasure and to feel, it's good. It's a good feeling when you are filled with pleasure, right? I mean, and that's why a lot of beings want to be humans. But just being overly pleasure seeking, just being pleasure seeking to be happy in life, thinking that's your way of getting to heaven, right? Or selling your soul can look like giving your integrity away until you have little to none. And I have a lot of stories. I don't know if anyone's interested in listening, but I have a lot of stories where I feel like I've definitely almost sold my soul a few times. And getting it back is a bitch once you do it. Because the devil does not play fair in his spirit and his teams. They don't play fair at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing to be feared, but it's nothing to be played with either. You know, it's nothing to fear. I mean, we're way more powerful sovereign beings than they ever are, and they understand that they lost their time to ascend, and that's why they fuck with us now in this epoch of time. But once we understand that we're sovereign creator beings, we can step outside of this game. So giving away our dreams unintentionally, like again, like thinking your dreams are too reachable, too unreachable, too far-fetched from who you are. Like I was raised in a very small town in southern Illinois. You know, I'm thinking like, oh, you know, I want to help people spiritually. I want to help people with things that I've been through. I want to find people who are like me. I just knew it was going to be difficult. So I always pushed that away. I thought that was too difficult, you know, and now I'm stepping into that and I'm just doing it now. It just feels natural now for me to make a video every day, you know? Still giving into fear tactics. So again, like, I mean, it's definitely hard not to worry about war or disease or famine or people dying and stuff like that. But giving into peer pressure and their fear tactics, like watching the news, I would delete any kind of news media you have. I would stop watching Fox, ABC, all that stuff, PBS, all that shit is funded by those Illuminati families. I don't want to go lower in my algorithm. I feel like they'll push me lower down. But you understand what I'm saying. Just don't give in to the fear tactics. I mean, 1 out of 1 billion people, they all have an agenda, but Earth has a bigger plan. And as long as we trust in our higher selves, we'll understand the bigger plan and we'll align with our bigger plan. So we live in a fragmented patriarchal system, and temptations are everywhere. Okay, so it's too easy to fall back into the game. So don't be hard on yourself. Like, it's too easy to fall back into the game. Like, oh, someone texted you, oh, your ex-best friend added you that you had some problems with, and now you're feeling that anger, and now you're going kind of left. And yeah, like, it's so easy to go fall back into the game. So some questions you can ask yourself, or some questions to journal about the NPC concept, of exiting the game concept, right? Is, are you still a victim to the false slave matrix? To the fallen phantom matrix? Who are the non-playable characters in your life? Are you a puppet to the slave matrix? Is it possible to balance spiritual ascension and still thrive in this society, in this current epoch of time? Does it feel like your dreams are too hard to achieve? And this is J. Arius the Aquarius with my Relatable Revival. Thank you guys so much to listen to me babble, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.